continuing with the topic units and measurements, we are going to study, in this video we are going to study derived units. So the subtopic is derived units. Please note down. Is derived units, or we can say first of all we will try and find out which are the derived quantities. So derived units and quantities. You can remember that in the previous lecture, I think in the previous on Monday's classes, we have learnt about fundamental units, the very basic ones, which they are also known as basic quantities, or the units related to them are basic or fundamental units. So we have learnt about fundamental quantities and fundamental units. Fundamental quantities, we learned that the basic ones are mass, length, time, electric current, luminous intensity, thermodynamic temperature, and amount of substance. So these are the very basic. The most that we need are the 5 of them. We don't use much of amount of substance in physics because it's more related towards chemistry. We no more use luminous intensity, candela. So we are going to focus on the very 5 basic ones. Let me rewrite it here. Mass, length, time. Now here I had told you to write time t as small, but when we are writing mass, length and time, the words, we can use capital T. Then we had electric current, that is I, symbol is I, and that the last one is temperature. So temperature, these are the, let me write the full thing so that you are not confused between two capital T's. So these are the 5 which we will regularly use or most use in physics. Now we are going to go for derived quantities. What are the derived quantities? Derived quantities are the quantities, I wish you should note down. Derived quantities are the quantities which are simplified using the fundamental quantities, which are simplified using the fundamental quantities, or which need fundamental quantities for their simplification. You can write it any way, or explanation. So if we want to, I want to explain the quantity work, I need some simpler quantities to explain work. I need to know the basic quantity. Like supposing I have a machine in hand, I don't know what is the inside the machine. What do? I have to dismantle it. I will dismantle it with a screw. I will try and find out whatever it is. It is same like that. Derived quantities are like that machine, and the fundamental ones are the ones when we separate it out. They are the fundamental. They are the very basics which make a machine. So same way, all the quantities other than these quantities, 7 quantities. Yes, we can also think of the plane angle and the solid angle. Other than them, all are derived quantities. So today we will learn about derived quantities, their units, and try to learn what do you mean by the word base units. Base units are the units which are, when you simplify the derived units, they go towards the base units or fundamental units. So both these things we will learn in the video. Now we will go for the very basic one. Let us go for the one speed or velocity. As you all are aware, speed and velocity is the same. Speed is a scalar, velocity is the vector, but magnitude wise they are the same. So you can write it. For here we don't need direction, so don't get things complicated with the vector and the scalar quantities. Here it's okay if we use scalar and vector together. Instead of velocity, if you say speed, in this condition it is not wrong. We are not considering the directions in the lesson units and measurements. So let us go for the very basic quantity, velocity. Into bracket you can also write down speed Do not worry about the vectors or the scalar quantities. Don't think about it right now. Now, what is a velocity or a speed? If I want to define it, I will say that it is the displacement or distance travel in a particular direction divided by the time. Or I will say speed is distance upon time. Write anything. Now let us write displacement upon time. Displacement upon time. Okay. Now what is the fundamental unit for fundamental quantity for displacement? It is L. What is the fundamental quantity for time? It's time. Please note, distance, length, path travel, displacement, all will fall under the same category, length. Ultimately, it is the length. We have to measure it with a ruler. Let it be displacement, let it be distance, let it be path traveled. So ultimately we are using ruler too. So it is the basic quantity length. So it is length upon time. You all are aware, if I want to take something from the denominator to the numerator, I have to raise it to a negative power. This was actually t raised to 1. 1 we don't mention because t raised to 1 is t. This is what is indices. Now we are actually touching some part of the indices of mathematics or arithmetic. Now t raised to 1, if I take it above, that is t. I will get t raised to minus 1. I am just trying and bringing everything to the numerator. If you are getting very much confused, you can leave it here. But for complicated quantities, you need to move it to the numerator. What is the base unit of length? SI unit, meter. What is the base unit for time? Second. So what is the base unit? This becomes the base unit for our velocity. Same thing we will do for acceleration, we will do for another example of density. But I will do it a little quicker. I will give you a few quantities more, which it is not homework. You are going to solve it right away after watching this video. This is classwork for you. So let us go about with it. I hope you had noted down this. In case you have not, pause the video and do so. We go for the next quantity, acceleration. Acceleration, I told you, please do not get bothered with a vector or a scalar. Acceleration, though a vector, we are going to consider only the magnitude part of it. So how can I put it? I can put it as velocity upon time. Let me write the formula for it. So this is velocity upon time. Okay. Now, what was the fundamental quantities that I had used for these are also known as dimensions. This word I will introduce from the next class. Okay. So which is the base fundamental quantities that we had used? For velocity, it was length time raised to minus 1. Okay. Or I can write down length by time. Okay. Go for simpler things for the people who are not very good with mathematics. Now, divided by time, divided by time. Okay. Here also divided by time, that is 1 by t, or divided by time, anyway I can write it. I want to take this t also above, but there is already 1 minus 1. So this is also 1. Let us write 1 here for our simplicity, simplicity of our understanding. L raised to 1, t raised to minus 1. If I don't mention 1 also, it's okay. But for me to learn at the basics, let me write 1. L1 t raised to minus 1 divided by t raised to 1. I want to make this above. This will also become minus 1. As I am doing it for the first time, I am showing you in detail. Further, you have to work it out yourself. So it is L raised to 1, T raised to minus 1. This goes above, again minus 1. So this will become minus 2 according to the rule of indices. So L T raised to minus 2, or L raised to 1, T raised to minus 2. Now let us go for the base units. What are the base units? For length it is meter, and for length it is meter, and for time it is seconds. Seconds raised to minus 2. If you wish to write raised to 1, you can write m raised to 1, but we generally don't mention it. So you got the acceleration, you got the unit for acceleration to be meter per second square with the help of this. So this is for acceleration. I want you to work out few quantities I am mentioning here. Again I am mentioning, this is your class work for today. You will switch on the Google Meet and speak with me regarding this homework. You will show me your notebook how you have solved it on the camera. You can easily do it. I want to see how much do you note, because when it comes to numericals, physics is mostly numericals. There are derivations, but there are a lot of numericals to learn. So you need to be alert with the numericals. You need to solve them. You need to know how to use calculators properly. Any difficulty with the calculator, you can ask me during the sessions. The part for you is density. Quantities that you will work out are density. You will find out force. You will find out pressure, and work. I think so work I will do. You find out power. Okay, or work is comparatively easier. I will work out with force. So work you can do. Let me work out with force so that you get a better idea. So these are the 4 things which I expect you to complete today. This is force. How will you find out what is the formula for force? Can anybody recollect what is the formula for force? It is mass into acceleration. F is equal to mass into acceleration. We already know mass is base unit is m. Acceleration we just found out, it is L T raised to minus 2. So this is what you get from force, mass into acceleration. What will be the base units? Base units will be kg, meter, second raised to minus 2. This base units can be brought together with one unit, that is Newton. We are all aware force is in newtons. So instead of Newton, tomorrow if you forget but you know how to derive the formula, you can even write kg meter per second raised to minus 2. No teacher can give this as wrong. This is the base unit. You are allowed to write this in the exam. Please do these and show it to me on the camera.